Aconchego da areia, ele dorme a noite inteira, não há o que duvidar. Ali é seu lugar. Eu não te impeço de chorar. Pode perguntar. Tudo certo da correnteza.
Hi guys, my name is Jenna. If you guys are new here, welcome back to my channel and welcome to a February plan with me video. I am so excited, you guys, because it's been around a whole month now since I introduced to you guys how I'm planning everything in my life for 2023. I've spent a lot of time just trying to figure out what works best for me, and I feel like this whole blend of digital planning with Notion, with regular planning, with a traditional paper planner, bullet journaling, because that's something that I really enjoy and love, and just regular journaling too. I feel like the system is really just a blend of everything, and I thought a lot about how I could be my best self this year, how I could incorporate planning, living in the moment, being reflective and growing every single month, and just being creative because I'm a pretty creative person. So I feel like the system has really worked well for me since the beginning of the year, and I'm just really excited to carry this on into every single month moving forward. This is a monthly plan with me video, and we're gonna divide it into three main sections moving forward. We're going to have a last month's wrap section, and that's just really going to be a whole entire wrap up of last month, and I feel like that's the thing that will probably evolve the most in the coming months. But for now, we're just going to go through last month's goals, reflections, maybe lessons that we've learned, and then we're going to open up Notion and plan the next month together. This month I did it all ahead of time, but maybe in the future we'll do them together. But for the most part, I do have a Notion template that I created myself, which is also free for you, so I'll leave my Notion tour linked in the description box if you guys are interested. I do have a page for monthly goals and reflections, and I do have a page for my yearly goals. We'll go through those, and we'll go through my calendar and stuff too. I'll just give you like a mini Notion tour and show you guys how I use my Notion for specifically monthly planning related things. We'll go through what we want next month's goals to be. I'll show you guys my calendars and how that's working out. And then lastly, I will show you guys my bullet journal. This is my traditional planner, but it's really just a blank planner slash bullet journal. This was made by Amanda Rach Lee, and it's just the best thing ever for someone like me that wants to bullet journal but doesn't have the time to make a bullet journal. This is just a full-on pre-made bullet journal slash planner, and this is what I do my daily to-dos on. So we're going to end off our monthly plan with me videos with our bullet journal. I'll show you guys how I colored it every month and how it's looking so far. So that was a very long-winded intro, but I just wanted to give you guys a rundown of what this series will look like moving forward. And of course there will be things that we add on every month, but I'm really excited for this plan with me video. I feel like this is everything that I really like. So I think that's it. And without further ado, let's get started with today's video with last month's wrapped. Okay, you guys, this is my Notion, and this is where I keep my monthly goals and my yearly goals and everything. This is really just where I keep like everything that I want to track digitally. Anything that seems a little bit too tedious to track on pen and paper, I like to use Notion for that reason, and I just love my Notion so much. It's so pretty. But we're going to start out with our yearly goals. This is an overview of what I want 2023 to be, and I'm not going to go through every single thing in this page because I did go through all of this already with you guys in my 2023 planning video, so I'll link that in the description box too. But this is just an overview of what our yearly goals look like so far, and this is something that I was able to check off. I did get promoted at work last month, which is really cool. I'm now a senior strategist at the accounting firm that I work for here in the US. I don't know what else to say about it, but yeah, I got promoted. I'm a senior strategist now, and I'm really excited. I was hoping that it would happen, but I wasn't quite sure. So I feel really accomplished. That was definitely a big goal of mine for 2023, was to just get promoted at work. And I'm really happy that I did that. So that's how the yearly goals are looking so far. And even though we're only 1 month in and we've only checked off one thing, I just really like to look at these goals on a regular basis. Like I literally look at this yearly goals page probably every single week, because I feel like I have very vague goals that hopefully by the end of the year I can say, yes, of course I created my morning routine. Yes, of course I created an 80-20 lifestyle. These are all very like broad types of goals. So I think looking at them all the time and developing smaller sub goals that can help accomplish these big ticket items at the end of the year hopefully at the end of 2023, all these things will be checked off. Since getting promoted at work was a more tangible one, I was able to check that off early. So that's just how my yearly goals look so far. You can see that in January, I was really prioritizing 80-20 lifestyle and weekly meal planning. So let's just go over to the monthly goals and reflections and skip all the way down, go to the archive because I did already do this for February. So in the archive is where I just copy and paste everything from the last month, specifically with my monthly goals and reflections, just because I want to be able to look at these back on in the future and see what I did accomplish. So let's open up our January goals. Here's what we did and did not accomplish. I overall am really proud of myself, you guys, of how I spent my January for the most part. And of course, if you guys follow me here on YouTube and Instagram, you know that I did have to take off one video in January at the end of the month. I ended up actually having to go home last month very unexpectedly. And that was for personal reasons that I'll explain in a different video, not this one. But for the most part, I feel like January was really, really good. Besides that last week where things just did not go as planned, which you can never really plan for the unexpected anyways, I overall am really proud of my January. Look at all of these goals that I accomplished, you guys. I did a digital declutter, which really only took a whole day, but it was a pain. I planned out all of my January content ahead of time, which is something that I was really bad with last year in terms of planning what videos I wanted to make. Doing that just really helped me stay on top of my side business or my YouTube channel. And then my big thing was 80-20. I wanted to start 2023 strong with living an 80-20 lifestyle. But for the most part, I just want to live a healthier lifestyle of eating nutritious foods 80% of the time, living in moderation and indulging 20% of the time, and incorporate more weekly meal planning, cook more, and really enjoy cooking. And I feel like in January, I really accomplished everything there. I did 80-20 for 3 weeks straight and it feels really, really good. I just feel a lot more energetic and a lot stronger. I created my 80-20 Notion page, which is a really good way for me to track my weekly meal planning, which is something that I was able to actually do every single week. It's really fun. It became like a part of my Sunday reset routine at home, and being able to plan out my meals also meant that I was spending a lot less at the grocery store, which I really liked. So weekly meal planning was really fun, and I did find 3 dinner recipes for 80-20. And then additionally, aside from 80-20, I did also cook a Korean dish from scratch. I made kimchi jjigae. I am just really proud of myself, you guys. I feel like I'm really going in hard and really embracing myself with the 80-20 lifestyle. Not forcing it on me, but just really adopting it and embracing it and accepting it and loving it. And I really like it so far. So 80-20 was a really good month. That was definitely like a huge focus for January. And then personally, I was really trying to focus on just going to sleep early every single day, especially on the weekdays, which I think for the first half of the month, I didn't really do. I feel like I was still going to bed at around like 11, which is late in my new terms. But the second half of the month, I was so good, you guys, about going to sleep before 10 every single day. And I know I said 9 p.m., but ended up being before 10 usually. And I think before 10 is still good. Like if I'm going to sleep in the 9s, that feels really early to me. So I've marked that off as I did do it. And overall, my focus goals, that's what we did in January. It's pretty good. And then something else that I adopted into my monthly wrapped is just a monthly reflection of how the last month went. I just think it's really important to be reflective. And I hope that everybody that ever does a monthly plan with me or reset, or you do something monthly to kind of start over a new month, I hope that you're still taking the time to be reflective and just think about how the month went in general, whether it was good or bad. I think documenting it or thinking about it or talking about it with someone is just a really good way to help us still live presently while still being a planner. So for me, I have a thought dump, memorable moments, things I learned, and things I want to improve on. I got this from a different YouTuber. I will leave her name right here on the screen. I can't remember off the top of my head. But yeah, all credits to her. She made these prompts quick and easy and helpful. I just think overall they were really nice. So overall, January was just not what I thought it was going to be. I felt like I was really becoming like very stable and really in routine towards the 3 first weeks of the month. Like I said, I had that very unexpected sudden emergency that I had to go home for the whole last week of January, but that didn't consume the whole month. I felt like I really focused on myself for the majority of January, and I'm really proud of myself for that. I accomplished a lot of small goals that are part of my bigger goals for the whole year, and I'm overall just really proud of myself. So even with everything that happened at the end of the month, I'm just really proud of myself for getting through January, period. Memorable moments, I'm just really grateful, honestly, for going home for that last week of the month. I got to spend a lot of time with my dog. I was able to see my friends this month and go out with them to celebrate a birthday together. Finally cooking kimchi jjigae for the first time because cooking Korean dishes is something that I really want to do. So I did that. I've already started doing that. So definitely very memorable. And then I learned that skipping a video, at least in terms of YouTube for me, is something that is very much okay, because if it's necessary, then it has to happen. And I'm really glad that I took off one video in January, because I'm usually really strict with myself and really hard on myself in terms of staying diligent with my schedule. But knowing that this is really just like my side business, my passion, but something in my control at the end of the day, I'm proud of myself for making that call and just taking care of myself on top of, you know, creating a life that I've always dreamt of. So overall, I'm really proud of that. And I learned that just it's okay to take breaks, and it's okay if plans change. And then lastly, with things I want to improve on, I just want to be gentle with myself again, trying to get back into routine. February is kind of no different than January in the sense that I really want to try to get back into a good routine. Going to sleep early, cooking more at home. I really want to prioritize making less social plans just for the sake of learning how to be my own friend outside of having others physically around me. And it's also something that was improving a lot in January. So those are all of my end of month January reflections, and that was really long. So I need to speed this up in the future months. I think that's everything though for now. So let's move on to our February goals. We are going to go back into our monthly goals and reflections. And here's just an overview of what I want my focus goals to be for February. What I really like to do is just go through my 3 buckets of my yearly goals and think about, okay, what are sub goals that I can do that can relate to my yearly goals? In my yearly goals, I have this monthly breakdown. So February, I wanted to focus a lot on reading. Reading is just one of the things that we're gonna do this month, you guys. But here are my goals for February. For YouTube, I wanna plan out my February content ahead of time. I did do that already, so I'll show you guys that in a little bit. I wanna do one video outside of my comfort zone, and I think that's gonna be my morning routine. I filmed a morning routine, you guys, and I accidentally deleted the footage because I was just being really careless about my footage on my SD card. So it's honestly outside of my comfort zone to film something twice. We're gonna do that, and it's gonna be a 5:15 morning routine, something that I really focused on in January that I feel like I'm really good with, at least right now. So I wanna do that video while I still have a good routine with it. That's everything for YouTube, very simple. For 80/20, I wanna continue weekly meal planning every single week. I wanna try making jjajangmyeon from scratch. That's a Korean dish that's just like a staple, and I feel like it's actually a lot simpler than it seems. One week of February, I wanna do nourish bowls for either like lunch or dinners, but I really love making nourish bowls. They're just a lot to prep, and you have to get all the right ingredients, which I can do that because I've done it before. So I just wanna make sure I have a priority for that. And then my personal goals, again, like I said, I wanna be really gentle with myself and get back to my routine, but slowly and gently, and just giving myself more grace than usual because of just kind of everything going on in my life. I want to prioritize sleeping before 10 on weekdays, at least 90% of the time. I'm trying to make this like an attainable goal that I can check off. So sleeping before 10, Monday through Friday, 90% of the month. Read and finish one book. Again, my big focus is reading, and I want to prove to myself that like I can read a whole book in a month, because last year I read one book in a whole year. So I want to read a lot this month, and I really like reading, especially at night. With making less social plans and everything, I just want to prioritize reading and using that as a form of entertainment, self-care, peace and quiet, and I'm really excited. So that's a big thing for February. And then I want to maintain my consistency in my workout routine. I have a good workout routine right now of working out 4 to 5 times a week. And I feel like I've been really good with that kind of ever since like December or maybe November. And I do have a whole video about how I maintain my 4 to 5 time workout week during my corporate job or work week. So check out that video if you guys are interested. I love how that video turned out. And then I want to start training for my 10 miler, which is in April, and it feels actually really soon. So I need to start actually training for it. I go to Orange Theory 4 to 5 times a week. So I feel like I am training for it, but I need to really like build up my lungs to do a 10-mile run, because I feel like I could do maybe 5 miles right now, but not 10. And that's double. So I need to start training for that, and I will do that this month. I need to start. Okay, so those are all of my goals for February. I'm really excited. Let me know what you guys think. I really want this to be like a conversational video, because I feel like I'm talking to you guys like my friends as I'm going through like, this is what I want next month to be. And let me know if you guys like my February goals. In terms of our February plan with me, lastly with Notion, I wanna show you guys my calendars. This I feel like is the page that I'm on the most, honestly, when it comes to Notion. I have a monthly calendar here, and this is really just for a mixture of my YouTube and my personal plans. I feel like when I have my Notion Notion up on a day-to-day basis, which I do. I just always have the app running. I'm always on this calendar view because I just feel like my life is slowly becoming on this calendar and I really like it. I know if you use Google Calendar, I think there's a way to embed your Google Calendar into your Notion, but I don't use Google Calendar. I just feel like it's too many things at once and I just want to keep it as simple as possible with digital planning. So everything's just all in Notion for me. And I really like using the Notion monthly calendar. You can see where I've tagged something as either personal or YouTube related, which I think is really helpful just because I feel like it allows me to prioritize what my YouTube plans are and when I need to film things, send things, edit things, make sure to like really make no social plans when I have to do something YouTube related versus personal plans like going to a Super Bowl party or going home for my mom's birthday. I just like having it all in one calendar, and having this digitally especially is really good for when I need to customize and move stuff around. It's just really easy. This is my monthly personal calendar. This is how it looks. To get the tags up, I just found out if you go to these 3 dots and then click on properties, tags, and then click on the little eyes, you can see where each tag is for everything in your calendar, which I find really helpful. I like just found that out today. So always learning new things with Notion. But this is my calendar, and then below my February monthly calendar, which has just like YouTube reminders, I have a separate calendar specifically for my YouTube posting dates. And I just like this because it's a much cleaner view and I can move stuff around as I need to. It's just honestly a lot easier to look at, obviously, than like all of this chaos versus just my simple YouTube posting schedule. So this is more creator focused for sure. But I'm just overall really happy that I'm planning out my videos because if something happens, I can either cancel, move stuff around, and it's just easy to move my ideas around than try to think of one on the spot, which is literally all I did last year. So I'm trying to not do that this year. And I'm trying to aid planning with living in the moment so that I can be better about being present, not be so stressed all the time. So that's how my calendars look, and that's everything that I use monthly in my Notion. I do obviously have a bunch of other subpages, so again, check out my Notion tour if you guys are interested in what other pages look like. I honestly haven't really tweaked anything because as I made this template in the first place for you guys, which is a free template, I really was trying to think about what I would genuinely use. I'm really happy because I feel like I'm actually using every single page in my Notion. Okay, well, that's everything in terms of our Notion. I'm going to stop the screen recording now. Lastly, for this monthly plan with me video, I want to show you guys my bullet journal, and I'm going to show you guys what my trackers looked like in the last month. I'm just going to do like a whole bullet journal section because obviously not everybody bullet journals. I use my Notion for my monthly planning, my goal planning, my everything, but when it comes to like my actual daily to-dos in my planner, I'm a pen and paper person at heart. So this is just the perfect blend for me to use digital planning, getting my life together, and like actually just planning everything out versus my daily, okay, what do I have to do today, tomorrow, having the satisfaction of checking stuff off. And I do habit track and mood track on this planner because this is a pre-made planner, as you guys probably know. This was made by Amanda Rach Lee on YouTube. This is her brand and these are her designs, and it's just literally genius for anybody that likes to color. Anybody that's not creative but wants a bullet journal, this is for you. I will never stop talking about this because I love it so much. But we're gonna change views one more time because I want to give you just like a full-on overview of the bullet journal and how everything is looking for January, how I did color everything for February. I'm really happy with how February looks in terms of the color palette and stuff. So let's switch views one more time and I'll show you guys my bullet journal. Okay, hello and welcome to my bullet journal. Let me just show you guys how January looks in terms of the month. This is how I colored in January. I just did all neon colors and I think everything is so pretty. I ended up using the monthly layout just for like random reminders that I wanted to honestly just write over and over again. So this didn't really end up being anything in terms of like monthly planning, but these just ended up being random important dates. So there's this, and then here's how my habit and mood tracker look for January. Doesn't this look so good, you guys? January, as you can see, was kind of everywhere, but in the middle of the month was when I feel like I was really getting my groove. I was having really good days, and then just it kind of all went to crap at the end of the month, but it's fine. Overall, I just really like that this is like a whole on bullet journal, and this is what I mean about tracking my mood and habit. A lot of people do this on Notion if they have a Notion, but I just really like coloring and I really like bullet journaling, and this is just honestly more fun to me than just like clicking on a mouse to check off a box. So this is how I'm getting out my creative juices, but I don't have to spend so much time making an actual bullet journal. This is just something that's already pre-made for me. So these are the habits that I ended up tracking throughout the month. and these are the same exact habits that I did in February too. I'm doing no alcohol tracking just because I'm trying to be like a low, not have a lot of alcohol type of lifestyle right now. So I want to track the days that I don't have any drinks. And then I have reading. I'm tracking which days I'm reading, which you guys, are you proud of me? Like I'm reading a lot. Eating clean and happy meal, those kind of relate to 80-20. So in the 80-20 lifestyle, you have around 4 and some change meals where you can kind of like indulge. And so I wanted to track that with the days that I do eat on the cleaner side. Just, I don't know, just honestly for fun. So that's what happy meal is. That's like an indulging meal. And then eating clean is obviously eating very nutritiously dense foods and whole produce and everything. And then I'm also tracking which days I journal, what days I cook dinner, floss, exercise, and sleep early. I think this is a really fun way to track your habits and your mood. And in the end, you just have a full-on coloring page. It's so pretty. Okay, that's everything for January. And then here is my February theme reveal. Isn't this so pretty, you guys? I love the way that I colored this. I did obviously pinks and purples for February. I think this just looks so good. It was honestly really fun to color too. Again, I just love this bullet journal / planner because having to color every month is just a really good way for me to slow down and listen to a podcast, color, not think about anything. It's like become part of my monthly self-care. That's how the cover page is looking. And then here's how the monthly layout looks. It's just very pink and purple and yellow. It's very pretty. And then here's overall how my habit and mood trackers are looking so far. Again, the same exact habits. And then for the mood, you're supposed to color in or doodle like I think a pop art every single day, which is kind of hard because my butterflies don't look very good, but it's okay. And then that's how my trackers are looking. There's a free dot grid page. I haven't done anything with this yet. And then this is how the weekly layouts look. I think they look so good. I ended up outlining every day with a different color, and I just think it looks really nice. And that's everything for my bullet journal. Another thing that I cannot forget to mention is my regular journal. Like I said, Notion, my planner, I just went through with you guys a lot of different ways of how I'm planning and trying to better myself and trying to grow myself in a planned manner. But journaling, I'm really just writing like random journal prompts. I journal twice a week, once in the middle and once at the end of the week. And it has just been such a good way for me to live more in the present and be my own friend. I feel like as a natural extrovert, I love being around people and I get a lot of fulfillment and like I fill my cup through being around the people that I love. And that's always going to be true, but something that I really want to focus on this year is learning how to be okay with being alone and learning how to just be my own friend. And I feel like journaling last month has been so good for that purpose. So this is the journal that I have. I love it because it's very compact and it's just really easy for me to travel with. This is from Type Haley, the best. I just cannot go plan with me video without saying that you can live in the moment even though you plan everything out. Journaling is a really good way for you to live in the moment. Just do a thought dump, write in first person and third person, write a letter to someone, write a letter to yourself of what you're proud of. Journaling has just been so good for me to release my emotions, release my thoughts, and I just feel so much better once I finish journaling. And I know that not everyone is a journaler, so you don't have to be. Again, this is just really just me sharing what's been working for me in terms of planning and living in the moment. And I just cannot go a monthly plan with me video without mentioning my journal. And that is it for this plan with me video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I feel like this layout honestly just works really well for me and I can't wait to do this every single month with you guys. Something that I didn't include in this video that I might include in the next monthly plan with me, but only if you guys are interested, is just kind of like a monthly YouTube portion in terms of like what videos I did, what were my top performing videos, how many subscribers did I gain. I don't know if you guys are interested in any of that, but I feel like it might be fun. So if you guys want me to incorporate that in my monthly plan with me, just let me know. And I think that's everything. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this video. If you made it to the very end, comment a pink heart with like the little sparkles because this was a very chatty video. So I want to know who made it to the end. I want to read your names and comment something. I want to talk to you guys in the comments too. And I will see you guys next month for another plan theme video. But until then, we have a lot of vlogs. And if you guys looked closely, you guys know exactly what to expect from my channel this month. Make sure you're subscribed if you're not already. I post new videos every Tuesdays and Fridays. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys in my next video. But until then, miss you already.